Our next guest wants you to stay safe the next time that you decide to go hang 10 out in the ocean. Joining us now is Shannon Worrell. He is a pro surfer and founder of Shark Eyes. He is in town from Australia to tell us about his invention, which is being described as the world's most affordable visual shark deterrent. Shannon, it's good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
How are you?
All the way from the Lounge Down Under. We appreciate you. Long flight to get here.
Yeah, it was a few hours.
Before we get into before we get into the invention that you have, that you're marketing all over the country, let's talk a little bit about you as a surfer. You're a pretty accomplished guy.
Yeah, I don't know about accomplished. I don't know if you saw that. That was
well,
me
okay,
falling
minus
off.
that clip. That's okay.
Yeah.
You gotta practice. But
Yeah.
talk about your history and a little bit how you first of all got involved in surfing, and then you had just recently won a major competition.
Yeah, fortunately this year there was this day down at the right actually. It's a wave down in Western Australia. A few photographs were taken, and I ended up winning the Tube of the Year on the WSL Big Wave Awards, the XXL. So and that's kind of a bit of a build-up. I guess we've been surfing since we've been quite small, so just a slow but steady build-up and progression until you end up tackling a few bigger waves.
So you are a passionate surfer. You're out in the ocean, I would imagine, quite a bit. And that leads me to your invention, because when you were out there, you had a couple of run-ins with sharks, which goes with the territory when you're out surfing, especially in conditions like this.
Yeah, down in the south coast of Australia it is quite sharky, and my occupation, as well as doing a bit of surfing, is abalone diving and shell diving for a living also. So we do come across sharks, and that's probably the motivation that has brought Shark Eyes to the US at the moment. Is we felt a need to have to get out there to the public what we were using as a shark deterrent at work, just to be able to, something so affordable, so simple, but everyone can access it.
Before we get into it, because it is simple,
yeah,
but it's a fascinating story behind it. What happened to you and what happened to one of your friends when you were out in the ocean?
Yeah, well, there was one trigger in particular. Greg Pickering got hit by a great white shark while we were 400 kilometres east of the nearest town down on the south coast of Australia where we were. So we had to administer first aid to him, and fortunately we kept him alive and got him into town, and he's still diving to this day. And there was a couple of other events that were unfortunately actually similar to that, that led me to a point of wanting to pass on the knowledge that we had as professional divers and watermen in Australia to teach people how to be a little bit safer, and with that came Shark Eyes.
Yeah, and so what is that knowledge that you have that you want to pass on? And it's in the form of a sticker,
I know,
right?
something so simple and as crazy as it seems. Once the element of surprise is taken away from apex predators, they simply change their behaviour. And in the instances of sharks, they really want everything to be lined up perfectly before they will make an attack. And if you can take away that element of surprise, and we're doing that in the simple form of a big set of eyeballs that go on the bottom of your watercraft, then potentially an attack can be avoided.
That is the deterrent, putting the eyeballs on, and we saw an oxygen tank a second ago, and on the bottom of your surfboard. What have you seen? What kind of testing have you done? What have the results been like? I mean, I asked you in the commercial break, he's like, I'm still here. So you use it.
Yeah, definitely. It's the beautiful thing about Shark Eyes is it's not a new concept. Nature has adapted to this over a millennium. So you would have seen the David Attenborough kind of stuff with the moths where they have big eyes on their wings. That's an example of mimicry. And many fish species and other species have used this successfully as a line of defence as well. And studies have been shown that all of the fish or any animal that uses this as a form of defence is safer, and the larger the eye, the less they get hit.
So you say it's not a new concept, but I think it's the first time that somebody has bottled this up and put it in the form of a sticker and put it on a surfboard.
Yeah, definitely, which we're so stoked to be able to do, and it's probably only from having an intricate knowledge and of spending so much time with sharks that this hasn't been done before in this application. So we've seen it be so effective with sharks that we actually, that's where it is now.
Okay, so if somebody wants to try one of these, if they want to learn more about Shark Eyes, how can they do that?
SharkEyesUSA.com. and they can go see there. There's a lot of science on that website as well, just to show, you know, the method behind the madness of something that is so simple yet so effective.
Yeah, and you said that they're sold quite frequently in Australia, but this is a new venture to come into the United States.
Yeah, well, we've actually been selling quite well over in the States as well, but we've just launched the US website, and the US affiliates are running hot over here now as well.
Well, good luck. This seems like this would be perfect for a show like Shark Tank, right?
I probably should get off my butt and go see someone like this for sure. Yeah.
Good to see you, Shannon. Thank you for coming. Welcome to the United States, and best of luck with Shark Eyes.
Thanks very much.
Appreciate it. And for more information, I want to give you that website one more time, which is sharkeyesusa.com.